Hello and welcome to Supercharging Your Energy, the program that will help you rebuild your energy and bring mental clarity to your life, whether it be at work or at home or wherever you need to feel like you have that clarity of mind. So I am Leah and Real Girl Nutrition, and I'm excited that you decided to take this on and that I could be a part of helping you do that. My background is in kinesiology, so I've been working in the field of kinesiology and in rehab and chronic disease for about 18 years now. And about 5 years ago, I started my own business in holistic nutrition. So I did a diploma in that. And really, my business has evolved over the years, and I've really discovered what my true passions are. I've been doing a lot with weight loss, which has been one of the most rewarding things I've ever done in my career. And then also teaching is a passion of mine. So I figured, let's take this to the internet. Let's go on social media and see if I can help as many people as possible doing what I love to do and to teach. So typically I would say, this is very interactive. I guess given this is a online program, it's not as interactive as it could be, but I do want you to know that I am here to coach you. I'm here to support you. And at any time, any questions, send me a quick email. If it gets to the point where you're feeling like, I need more help, I'm happy to give you a call and we can chat on the phone. So know that I'm here to support you, answer your questions. I know there's so much more success when you have someone there to support you and to help you, answer any questions you need to. So one of the biggest issues I see with my clients is energy. So I typically will ask my clients, all right, where's your energy level? So, 0 being no energy, 10 being I feel like I could climb a mountain or on top of the world. I would say on average, and this is not scientific at all, but I would say on average, most people say about 4 out of 10. And to me, I sit back and go, okay, 4 out of 10, that is not quality of life. You probably want to nap in the afternoon, or when you're working, maybe the afternoon is just this downtime where you really feel like you need that coffee or that sugar fix to get you through the afternoon. And then of course, when your energy level is low, it affects your whole life. How do you get home to do the laundry? How do you get home to make supper? How do you handle your children with patience? How do you do these things that we need to do to carry on our life to make it as easy as possible? So major issue for most people. So I know if you're here that this obviously is something that you need to work on. So I challenge you to really take this seriously and to, really follow the action plans that I put in place for you, and follow up with me if you have any questions or concerns, or if you feel like you're falling off the wagon. This will take a little bit of work. It's not crazy. It's small steps. You have to build on what you're doing and progress from there. So this will be progressive. You will get, you have 4 weeks to see a change. And like I said, let me help you with that. So the first thing I'm going to go through is just basically what is included in this program. So obviously you've received your first session, and most sessions are going to be, each session is probably going to be around 20 to 25 minutes, so you don't have to give a lot of time to that, but I really want you to embrace the learning here, because there's a lot of nutrition advice and things that maybe you've never heard of that can really help bring that energy back. So my husband, as he was editing these for me, he learned a lot as well, and maybe you've heard things before, but you just need to hear it again to implement it in your life. So each Monday you will get a webinar video like this with a PowerPoint attached, and I encourage you to watch these on the Monday. You'll have action steps that you need to do the next week, and I will be checking up on you. So I do encourage you to watch this on the Monday for 4 weeks and follow up with the action plans, okay? Because give yourself 4 weeks and you'll be amazed at the difference. All right, there are also going to be handouts, there are going to be recipes, there are going to be, so the first week, for example, you'll get a breakfast sheet, which we'll talk about, where you're going to document what breakfast you've been eating and how you felt after that. So That's included. You also will have access to a forum support on Facebook that will be a member only. It's not just going to be any Joe Blow. It's going to be people who have are taking my programs, and lots of times we can get a lot of support from people going through it as well. We can learn from each other a lot. So you'll have access to that as well. You'll be able to email me with any questions you have each week. So I do make myself pretty available, and I'm happy to help you whenever I can. So the action plans, you do have to implement them. And what you have to implement what you learn in order to see results, obviously, right? So if you're not taking it seriously, you're not doing the action plans, you're not going to see the results that we're hoping for. So the other thing is, hopefully in the email you got, the welcome email, you saw that you could pick up a journal. So I encourage you to grab a journal and take notes, and then write these goals down and write down your thoughts each week. Because sometimes, and this is remarkable to me, you live with yourself every day. So sometimes we see people say, maybe I feel better, I don't know. But then you go back and you look at what you've written down initially, or your goals, and you are like, wow, what a change. Like, I was having a nap every day at 3 o'clock, or every day I got home from work, I crashed on the couch for an hour. I've had so many people say that, and now I don't even think about it. I just go about my day, I make supper, I do what I need to do. So write down this stuff, because you will see, it may be somewhat subtle at times, but you can go back and revisit. All right, so program overview. What are we going to learn? We're going to look at 4 main principles. Okay, so maintaining blood sugars, and we'll get into this a little bit more specifically as we go. I do have a program specifically on kicking sugar habits. I encourage you to look at if that is an issue for you, which it is actually for most people. Because, again, we're looking at overall health here. We want to get you healthy. We want you feeling good so your quality of life is better. So the other thing you're going to notice is you're actually going to notice like an enhancement of your oxygen supply. So you're improved circulation. And what comes with that, of course, is that mental clarity. If you have, enhanced oxygen supply to the working muscles, to the brain, all the things that we need to function properly, then you're going to feel better. Balancing body chemistry, and also just maybe making some smart lifestyle choices. Or we all have heard it before, but sometimes, again, we just need to hear it again so that we can make those changes. So lifestyle choices are, you hear it all the time. It's got to make a lifestyle change, and you do, definitely do. But hopefully this little course will help you implement that, so it's a lot easier for you. All right, so maybe you're here because you want to be focused and productive at work to finally score that promotion this year. Who knows? Everybody has their own reason for being here. Maybe you want to be present with your family, and this is really big for me, to have the energy to spend time with your kids after a day at work, or even just to be able to do the laundry that I need to do, or keep up with the house, or those are the things that you need energy to do. Maybe you're tired of getting your feet to the vending machine every afternoon. Maybe you want to come home and enjoy your evening and not dream about bedtime. Or have friends over and enjoy an evening, maybe not just on the weekends. I know Friday nights are a write-off for a lot of people. And when you only get 2 days off on the weekend, when you give up a Friday night because you want to be in bed by 8, again, there's that quality of life, right? All right. So get excited about the changes coming your way, because they will. And it is so rewarding for me to see my clients, start to get their life back. Oh, Leah, I got to play with my grandkids, and I didn't even think about it. I've had clients that, really have struggled with that. Better focus and concentration. So again, mental clarity improves your performance at work. It increases your productivity. You become more efficient. So your free time, you can do the things that maybe you like to do. Maybe it's hang out with someone you love, or pursue your passion, right? Which is what I've got to do now, is pursue my passion. And I've never been so excited about my business before, is bringing it online and getting as many people on my programs maybe, or helping as many people as I can. So increase physical stamina. This is huge. So you need to be able to do what you need to do. You want to be present in the moment with your family and friends. What I want you to think right now, why am I here? Why is this energy or mental clarity, why is this important to me? Why have I chosen to embrace this at this time? So this is up to you. You have to do the work. I'm here to help you. I'm here to coach you. I'm here to support you. And that is what I love to do. So use me. But know that you do have to do some work to get this done. So try and throw away the excuses. We can always come up with an excuse. I'm tired. Oh, I'm not feeling well today. Oh, I should do my laundry first. Or, oh, no, I should, I just got the show. I deserve to veg out, Try not to have any excuses. There is no magic pill. I often say this with there's no magic pill, but, exercise is the closest thing we have to it, but also, nutrition and lifestyle as well. These changes will take some time and effort to implement, right? But there's no magic potion. So let's see how you do with moving forward on this, okay? All right. Uh-oh. Oh, I figured this out. 1 second. All right. So my story. There's so many things that I could share with you right now in regards to success stories and clients that have improved their life so much with the change in their diet and exercise in particular. And I also have my story. I've struggled with energy my whole life. You ask my mom, I know she can remember me as a kid. I always struggled with energy, and I always just kind of thought this is the way it's going to be for me. I played soccer in university, and I do have a bit of a heart thing going on, but which has been instrumental in my low energy. But talk about poor quality of life. I just have not had stamina as a kid in particular, and then even into my 30s. I think about after I had my first baby, and I used to be active, eat relatively well, but I just struggled with my energy levels and constantly tired. So I'm so thankful for all the changes that I've implemented in my life over the last few years, especially since I've started the holistic nutrition and the supplements that I have actually brought into my life have really improved my quality of life. And I can speak from experience here, knowing that this is a really, really can make your life so much better and more rewarding. So I've had so many clients in my life say, there's so much better. The life is so much better based on these principles. But one thing, you have to exercise. I can't stress it enough. Exercise is instrumental in health. It's just we can't escape it. You can modify any exercise. You need to exercise no matter where you're at in your life. No matter if you have something, a chronic condition or a chronic disease, or there are things that you can do that can help manage that. And I encourage you to get proper guidance with that. Someone who is a professional that can maybe help you with that. But exercise has got to be part of your regime. That's just, we can't deny that. So, okay, write this down. What are your goals for this program? I want you, if you need to pause this right now, write those down. I want you to write down 3 goals at minimum, what you want to see from this program. What would your life look like if you did have more energy and more mental clarity? How would it benefit you, and how would it benefit your loved ones? So I want you to think about that. Write these down in that nice little journal you picked up, and keep this in mind as you go through this. And again, I talked about the energy. I want you to put a number on that energy level for me. Where's your energy or your mental clarity? Where would you put those for yourself right now? You need to know your big why. And, we talk about your why, especially in business. What is your why? Why do you want to move forward with this? What is your why in trying to gain more energy and more mental clarity? What is the most important thing in your life that it could change? And that can get challenging. That can be difficult. But I want you to push yourself a little bit that way. All right, so let's talk about the diet do's. All right, so brain health. So here's your first experiment. What I want you to do, and you should in your handouts have a handout. You should have a handout where you can actually write down your breakfast. So I want you to take, and there's some great examples there. I want you to take different breakfasts, eat them, and then I want you to write down how you feel afterward. If you don't eat breakfast, all the more reason to try this experiment, okay? So you're going to write down, how did it make you feel afterwards? How was your energy, mental focus for the rest of the morning? And then, did you notice any reactions, or a sugar high, or a caffeine jitter, or dizziness, lack of focus related to what you ate? So keep that in mind as you go through this week and write it all down. All right. So let's talk about some specific nutrients that are very instrumental in especially mental clarity. One of them is omega-3s. So I know most people hear about omega-3s. We talk about them a lot now. We do not get enough omega-3 fatty acids in our diet. So what I really want to encourage you to do this week is to be conscious of that, and look at different sources. So cold water fish, salmon is a great source. Walnuts, flaxseed oil. Start to think about, how you can start to put more of these in your diet. I do a lot of smoothies. I like smoothies. I can fire flaxseed, or not salmon, but you can throw flaxseed or whatever. There's lots of great protein powders, or you can get lots of nutrients doing it that way. Consider incorporating good quality supplements. And this is something you'll hear a lot from me, and that I really, really believe in, is high quality supplements. So if you go to my website and check out my supplement page, I have some really great supplements that I've seen change many people's lives, and just, again, bring nutrition and quality to life. So omega-3, if you're not eating enough fish and seafood, then I really encourage you to take an omega-3 supplement. It's essential for normal inflammatory response throughout the body. So if we are not getting proper nutrients in our diet, and our body is kind of fighting itself all the time. We have this chronic inflammation that needs to be controlled, and omega-3 fatty acids can really help with that, and help prevent disease down the road. So maybe you're completely healthy right now, or but we need to look at preventing disease and being healthy for as long as possible. So these are essential for the nervous system and the brain function, and it also can help support weight loss. All right, so many diet do's and don'ts. Many more do's we're talking about. I'm not getting into too much detail, but I did want to really throw this in here. Many vitamins and minerals are really important. Vitamin C, vitamin E, and B vitamins, magnesium, zinc, they're essential for humans. These vitamins and minerals play an intricate role in brain and nervous system functions, okay? So, and your immunity. So, again, if we're always chronically stressed, and a lot of those vitamin C and vitamin B in particular are really depleted with stress. So when we're stressed, we don't have the proper nutrients, our immune system can be compromised. What are we doing to our body? It's set up. We're setting it up to be more apt to illness or colds, or those things that obviously don't bring health to our body. Another smart nutrient, tryptophan-rich foods. So these are your good neurotransmitters. So you've heard of turkey, eating turkey. It really helps with mood regulation. So you don't have to get caught up in the fancy words that I'm talking about, the fancy nutrients, but I want you more to focus on the different types of foods that you need to incorporate in your diet to help with the function of the brain and of the nervous system optimally, and that's what we're going for. So protein-rich foods, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, asparagus, spinach, so greens, mushrooms, those are all really great sources. Chlorophyll-rich foods. So this increases, so what does chlorophyll do? It really increases your red cell production. So that is one way we increase and deliver oxygen to the cells. Really, really important in brain clarity, mental clarity, feeling well, having energy. So who couldn't use more blood flow, really? And if it's green, eat it. That's where you're going to get your chlorophyll, okay? Vitamin D. we've heard study after study, seen study after study. Vitamin D is talked about a lot. Most people don't have an optimal vitamin D level, and I do encourage you to talk to your doc about that. Maybe you need a blood test. Maybe just know where that's at, because sometimes we just go about life. We don't even realize what we're deficient in. But vitamin D can be very difficult to get. So good dietary sources: fish, liver, oils, egg yolks, butter, liver. I don't know if you're eating liver, but oily fish. It's fat soluble. Okay, so when I was in university, I know a lot of the rage was low fat and highly processed low fat foods. Well, we know now that we actually need some good fats in our diet, and that's how we absorb some of these fat soluble nutrients into our body. So low fat diets can actually hinder the absorption of some of our fat soluble essential nutrients. So keep that in mind, and vitamin D is one of those. Our skin can manufacture vitamin D when we're exposed to sunlight. So I'm not endorsing going out all the time without sunscreen, but in order to get from the sun, you can't really have the sunscreen on. So you may need to go out in the sun for a little while without some sunscreen. And that's how you can get it absorbed into the body. Or, again, you can always supplement vitamin D. And, again, talk to your doctor about that. And they usually have some recommendations on that. Or talk to someone who is qualified in helping you with that. So note on supplementation. With vitamin D, if you are looking for a supplement, look for a vitamin D3 instead of a D2. So when you look at, when you're looking for one, make sure you look at that, okay? All right. So we're talking about vitamin B, B12 in particular. It is linked to normal brain size and normal cognitive function. So nervous function, resilience, I can't say that word. Resiliency to stress. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to edit that out. Hormone health and energy. So, vitamin B is one of, there's lots of vitamin B. So they are actually depleted with stress very easily. So, if you're stressed, and most people are, and I think that to a certain extent, if you're here, stress is probably pretty instrumental in your life. Maybe not. But vitamin B and B12 in particular can be depleted, and it is really instrumental in keeping the energy levels up. So you can get it in your foods again, of course, and they're listed there. If you do choose to supplement, I always encourage people to supplement a vitamin B complex, because B vitamins work better together rather than just trying to pump, one type of B vitamin, because there's a few of them. Try and take a complex, and that can really, and I'm happy to talk more specifically about, if you have any questions about that, send me an email. So turmeric, this is a really interesting spice, or not interesting, but a spice that really helps with brain health and mitochondrial. So the mitochondrial is really any energy source of our cell. And if we have our mitochondria are functioning properly, then our energy levels are going to be better. So it helps maintain insulin levels in the brain, supports balanced blood sugar levels. I've done a little bit of work with breast health as well, and turmeric is something that's highly recommended for breast health as well. So ginseng. Most people have heard ginseng enhances alertness and memory, and then can enhance your learning capacity as well. So ginseng is kind of a well-known herb that is good for brain health and alertness. So low diet. So diet and glycemic load. So the glycemic index is basically something that we compare all sugars to and how fast they get into the system. So white bread, I think, is at the top of that. It can increase your blood sugars significantly at a very high rate. And so we don't want these spikes in blood sugars, right? So to maintain a balanced blood sugar level, to prevent spikes and crashes in energy level and mental focus, we need to eat foods that are low on this glycemic index. So don't get overwhelmed with this right now, because right now I want you just to remember, this is the first session. You're going to hear some of this stuff over and over again. I want you to start just kind of looking at the diversity of foods that are instrumental in energy. And then, by the end of this, you'll have some menu plans. Go and get my opt-in, my free menu plan. And you will be incorporating more and more of these nutrients into your diet and different types of foods. So examples are whole grains, legumes, lean proteins, starchy vegetables, nuts, seeds, and avocados. So here's just a big list, a kind of a summary of some brain foods. Okay, so whole grains, avocados, nuts and seeds, blueberries, green veggies, fish, and garlic. All right, so that wasn't bad. Hey, we're almost done this first session. So what did you learn today about food and how it can impact your focus, concentration, mental clarity? Write it down. Pause if you need to. Write it down. So here's your action plan. You're going to write this down. I want you to try the breakfast experiment, okay? So give it a try. Try not to get overwhelmed with this stuff. We're just working through it right now. So I want you to think about 3 smart foods, and I kind of gave you a cheat note, that slide with some specific brain foods. How are you going to bring some of those into your diet? Maybe you eat well. Maybe you do have those in your diet. I want you to think about being very conscious of when you eat them and how often, okay? All right, exercise. So we talked about it before. It's not an option. This is going to be a huge part of the program. If you have concerns with your health, of course, always talk to your doctor about starting an exercise program. If you currently do not exercise, again, I have some tools in my toolbox that I can help you with this. But mostly what I want you to do is to start to move. I want you to get out there. I don't want you to get wrapped up in a huge exercise program, but I want you to start putting it into your life. Right now, if you're not exercising, I want you to try 2 to 3 times this week. 10-minute minimum. Maybe it's going for a walk. Maybe it's hopping on, I don't know, maybe you have a bike at home. Maybe it's, walking on the spot, doing some things that keep you moving. 10 minutes minimum, and that may seem like not a lot for some of you. And if you have been exercising, keep up with it. Do not stop. But minimum 10 minutes to start, okay? A lot of times you get into it, you go for 10 minutes, you're like, hey, I feel pretty good. I'm going to keep going. So we're going to build on your action plan each week. So this is a progressive process. You're going to feel better and better, so stick with it, okay? This is the first week, 1 week. So let's get you going. Let's get you moving. Let's get you start implementing some of these things we talked about today into your diet. If you need more specifics about this, please email me and I will help you out. And then next week, we're going to talk about things diet don'ts, things that you may want to start eliminating from your diet, and then of course lifestyle do's, okay? You are going to have that support, so make sure you let me know how you're doing, and I really encourage you to give this a try. Try not to get overwhelmed, and just take little baby steps and have fun doing it, because you know what, when you start to feel good, it is amazing what your life looks like. So I'm really excited to be on this journey with you. I hope that you will enjoy trying this stuff out this week, and then I'll see you next week, and let me know if you have any questions. Okay, all right, well, have a great day, and I see you next week.